Farewell, my Puppelé. I'm watching you sleep. I'm here beside you, at your bedside. You're wearing a long black and red tunic, embroidered on the bodice. They are flowers, I think, but I'm not looking at them. I'm saying goodbye to you, my Puppelé. The longest goodbye of all. That's what I called you. It meant little doll in German. I don't look at the flowers, only at your face. And I think how beautiful you are, perhaps more beautiful than you've ever been. I also think that this is the first time in my life and yours that I see you so peaceful, so serene. How calm you look, how delicate, how beautiful. It's as if a gentle hand has wiped away all the tension from your face, all the pain of suffering. I'm watching you sleep. They tell me you're dead. I'm thinking about you, about me, about us. What guilt do I bear? We ask ourselves this when facing someone we've loved and still love after they're gone. The feeling washes over us, then recedes, and we realize we're not guilty, no, but responsible. I am responsible. Because of me, it was in Paris that your heart stopped beating that night. Because of me, because 25 years ago I was chosen to be your co-star in Christine. You were coming from Vienna, and I stood waiting in Paris, awkwardly holding a bouquet of flowers. The producers had told me, when she walks down the gangway, go up to her and give her these flowers. So I waited with my flowers, feeling foolish among the crowd of photographers. You came down. I stepped forward. You asked your mother, "Who's that boy?" She answered, "That must be Alain Delon, your co-star." And then nothing. No love at first sight, nothing. Later, I went to Vienna where we were filming, and there I fell madly in love with you. And you fell in love with me. We often asked each other the lover's question, who fell in love first, you or me? We'd count 1, 2, 3 and answer, neither you nor me, together. God, how young we were and how happy. When the film ended, I said, "Come and live with me in France." And he had already told me, "I want to live near you in France." Remember? Your family, your parents were furious, and all of Austria, all of Germany treated me like a usurper, a kidnapper, accusing me of stealing away the Empress. Me, a Frenchman who couldn't speak a word of German, and you, Puppelé, who couldn't speak a word of French. At first, we loved without words. We would look at each other and laugh. Puppelé, and I was Pépé. Months later, I still couldn't speak German, but your French had become so good that we performed together in the theatre in France. Visconti directed us. He used to say we looked alike, that we shared the same V between our eyebrows, a V that would appear with anger, fear of life, and anxiety. He called it the Rembrandt V, saying the painter had the same mark in his self-portraits. I'm watching you sleep. The Rembrandt V is gone now. You're not afraid anymore. You're not frightened. You're not on guard. You're no longer being hunted. The chase is over and you're resting. I look at you again and again. I know you so well, so deeply. I know who you are and why you died. They talk about your character. I tell the others that Romy's character was simply who she was. That's all there is to it. Leave me in peace. You were intense because you were genuine. A child who became a star too soon, far too soon. On one side were the tantrums, the anger, the mood swings of a child, always justified, of course, but unpredictable. On the other side was the professional authority. But there was still that child who didn't really understand what she was playing with, or with whom, or why. Through this contradiction, this crack in the foundation, poured all the anxiety and unhappiness. When you're Romy Schneider, with your sensitivity and temperament so close to the surface, so raw, how can I tell them that by playing roles, by interpreting, by being what they're not, actors lose themselves and go mad? To stay standing, even barely, how can I tell them what strength of character this takes, what balance? But how can actors find that balance in their world? We who are the jugglers, the clowns, the trapeze artists in this circus where the spotlights coat us in false glory. You used to say, "I know nothing about life but everything about cinema." No, the others can't understand that. They can't understand that the better a person becomes as an actor, the harder it becomes to live. Garbo, Marilyn, Rita Hayworth, and you. And now I am crying out as you rest and I am weeping beside you. No, 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 this brutal profession is not one for a woman. I know this because I, the man who knew you best, who understood you best, am an actor too. We were cut from the same cloth, my Puppelé, we spoke the same language, but I'm a man. The others can't understand us. Other actors can. The others never will. It's beyond explanation. When they meet a woman like you, they can't understand that she can die from this. They say she was a myth. Of course, yes, but the myth knows it's just that, a facade, a reflection, an appearance. She's a queen, princess, hero, sissy, Madame Hanlou, the seagull. But at night, when the myth goes home, there's just Romy, just a woman, with a life misunderstood, misrepresented, twisted by newspapers, constantly hounded and hunted. So the myth crumbles in its solitude, grows anxious. And the more aware it becomes, the more it seeks refuge in alcohol and tranquilizers. Doses growing more frequent. It becomes habit, then rule, then necessity. Then it becomes something she couldn't live without, and her heart, exhausted, simply stopped beating, too weary to go on. That heart, just a woman's heart in the evening, sitting before a glass, had been pushed and pulled too far, battered beyond endurance. They say the despair from David's death killed you. No, they're wrong. It didn't kill you. It delivered the final blow. Yes, you told Laurent, your last and wonderful companion, I feel like I'm reaching the end of the tunnel. Yes, you wanted to live, would have loved to live, but that Saturday at dawn you reached the end of the tunnel. And only you knew, as your heart broke, that this was the true end of the tunnel. I write to you at random, without order. My Puppelé, so defensive, so raw. You could never accept or understand the rules of being a public figure, the profession you had chosen and loved. You didn't grasp what it meant to be a public personality, why it mattered so much. You refused to play the game, all the games that come with this profession. You felt attacked, pierced, violated in your privacy. You were always on guard, like a hunted animal, driven, as they say, of a deer, and you knew that fate gives with one hand and takes away with the other. We lived close to each other for more than 5 years. You with me with you, together. Then life, our life, which is no one's business, separated us. But we kept in touch, often. Yes, that's exactly it, we kept calling each other. Then in 1968 there was La Piscine. We found each other again, to work. I went to fetch you in Germany. I met David, your son. After our film, you became my sister, and I became your brother. Everything between us was pure and clear. No more passion, something better. Our friendship of blood, of resemblance, of words. And then your life, and following in your footsteps, unhappiness and anxiety. The others will say, "What an actress! What a tragedian!" They don't know that you're this tragedian on screen because you are one in real life and you pay dearly for it. They don't understand that the dramas of your personal life spill onto the screen later in your roles. They can't guess that you're good and brilliant in cinema because you live tragedy off screen, and that you're devastating because you're illuminated by the reflections of your personal dramas, that you only shine because they burn you. Oh, my Puppelé, this labor of pain. Did I live with you or beside you? Until David's death, however, there was the profession that kept your head above water. Then David was gone, and the profession was no longer enough. So I wasn't surprised when I learned that you too had passed away. What did surprise me, that you hadn't taken your own life, but that your heart gave out? No, I said, that was it, the end of the tunnel. I'm watching you sleep. Wolfie, your brother, and Laurent entered the room. I speak with Wolfie. We reminisce about that house I had in the countryside, the Dobermans that frightened you so much. We still remember them. It was 25 years ago in Bavaria, in a small village. Wolfie was 14, I was 23, and you were 20. We laughed when they announced the visit of the president of the Romy Schneider fan club in France. We saw a tall, shy young woman arrive, wearing glasses, whose name was Bernadette. When we returned to Paris, we called her. She became our secretary for 6 years. She has been mine ever since, now for 22 years. I am watching you sleep. Just yesterday, you were alive. It was night. As you and Laurent were returning home, you said to him, "Go to bed. I'll join you in a little while. I'm going to stay a bit with David, listening to music." You said this every evening. That you wanted to be alone with the memory of your deceased child before going to bed. You sat down. You took a piece of paper and a pencil and began to draw. For Sarah, you were drawing for your little girl when suddenly your heart caused you such pain. So beautiful, beautiful, rich, famous. What more did you need? Peace, a little happiness. I'm watching you sleep. I'm alone again. I tell myself, you loved me, I loved you. I made you a French woman, a French star. For that, yes, I feel responsible. And this country that you loved because of me became your own, France. So Wolfie decided, and Laurent told him this is what you would have wanted, that you would stay here and rest forever in the soil of France, in Boissy, where in a few days your son, David, will come to join you, in a small village where you had just received the keys to a house. There you wanted to live, near Laurent, near Sarah, your daughter. There you will sleep forever, in France, near us, near me. I took care of your departures to Boissy to ease the burden on Laurent and your family, but I will not go to the church or the cemetery. Wolfie and Laurent understand. But you, I ask you to forgive me. You know I wouldn't have been able to protect you from that crowd, that turmoil, so hungry for spectacle, which frightened you so much, made you tremble. Forgive me. I will come to see you the next day, and we will be alone. My Puppelé, I am gazing upon you again and again. I want to devour you with my eyes, to tell you over and over that you've never been so beautiful, so serene. Rest now. I am here. I learned a little German by your side. Ich liebe dich. I love you. I love you, my Puppelé.